jump right in. If you're working in the SAP S4Hana world, you know production planning can get, well, a little tricky. Today, we're going to tackle a really big topic, the power and the hidden danger of a tool called MRP Live. Now, it's designed to be a total game changer, but it comes with a massive catch that you absolutely have to know about. So, here's the plan for today. First, we're going to unpack the two completely different planning worlds that are living inside S4HANA. Then, we'll look at how MRP Live is meant to be the bridge between them. We'll peek under the hood to see how it works, and then, this is the important part, we're going to uncover a critical conflict it can create. And don't worry, we'll finish up with the modern solution that every planner really ought to be using. Okay, so let's set the stage. To really get what's going on, you have to understand this one fundamental challenge. Inside a single SAP S4HANA system, you're actually dealing with two totally different philosophies for how to plan production. And this slide lays it out perfectly. On one side, you have classic MRP. Just think of this as your factory's workhorse. It's fast, it's efficient, and it's perfect for most of your materials. But then on the other side, you've got advanced planning, or PP/DS. This is your specialist, your surgeon. It's for those super critical products where capacity is tight and you need to schedule things with absolute precision using really complex rules.
And that right there, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? You have the workhorse for the bulk of the work, and you have the surgeon for the delicate operations. How in the world do you get them to run at the same time, in the same system, without creating a total mess?
Well, SAP's answer to this puzzle is a really powerful piece of technology called MRP Live. It was literally designed from the ground up to be the bridge that connects these two worlds and unifies them into one single smooth process. So, what is MRP Live? Really, it's not just another transaction code. You have to think of it as a smart engine. It looks at every single material you've got, and on the fly it decides, should this be planned with the fast, classic MRP, or does it need the special attention of the advanced PP/DS algorithms? And it does this for everything, all at once, in parallel. That all sounds fantastic, right? But how does it actually make that choice for each material? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the logic it's using. And here's the breakdown of that process. It's actually pretty straightforward. As soon as the run kicks off, MRP Live looks at one simple thing for every material. Is the advanced planning flag checked? If the box is ticked, it knows, aha, this one's special, and it sends it over to the PP/DS engine for that detailed scheduling. If it's not checked, it just gets planned with the standard super fast MRP engine. At the end, everything gets stitched together into one plan. Seems simple and elegant, right?
Well, this is where our story takes a sharp turn, because that simple, elegant solution has a very serious unintended consequence that can literally destroy hours of a planner's careful work. And this is the danger we really need to shine a light on. Because honestly, if you're not aware of this, MRP Live can go from being your most powerful tool to your biggest headache in just a single planning run. Let's walk through this. So in the before scenario, just imagine your expert planner. They've spent hours, maybe even a whole day in PP/DS meticulously crafting the perfect sequence of orders on a bottleneck machine. Everything is timed perfectly. Then someone else, maybe on a different team, runs a big general MRP Live job for the whole plant. Because that special material is still flagged for advanced planning, MRP Live says, oh, I know what to do with this, and it replans it, completely overriding the expert's detailed work. All that careful sequencing, the precise timing, poof, it's gone, replaced by a generic automatic plan. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. This quote is pulled directly from SAP's own documentation. It says it right there in black and white, no room for interpretation. The results from the detailed planning run are gone. That is the critical conflict we're talking about. Okay, so that's the problem, and it's a big one. So how do we fix it? How can we get the best of both worlds? Use MRP Live for our standard materials without it wrecking the detailed plans for our critical ones? Thankfully, S4HANA gives us a very clear way to do this. Now, for any of you who came from the old ECC and APO days, you might remember the old trick. You'd use a special MRP type, XO, which basically put up a Do Not Disturb sign on the material for MRP. Well, in S4HANA, the philosophy has changed. It's not about changing the material itself anymore. It's about being smarter when you set up the MRP Live job. You have to actively and deliberately tell it which materials to leave alone. And here are the two best ways to do that. You can, of course, just list out the specific material numbers you want to exclude. That works. But a much cleaner, more scalable way is to assign a unique MRP planner code to all of your PPDS materials. Then, when you set up your MRP live run, you simply tell it to ignore anything assigned to that planner. It's a simple step that keeps all your detailed, hard work completely safe. So, there we have it. We've seen the incredible power of MRP Live, the dangerous pitfall it creates, and the modern way to fix it. But the fact that we even need a fix like this, it brings up a bigger question, doesn't it? Does this whole situation reveal a kind of fundamental tension that always exists when we try to merge high-level automated planning with super detailed hands-on scheduling in one system? It's definitely something to think about.